Welcome. Hi, my name is Zaria Rayleigh Jackrain. I am the creator of Pampered and Luxed and this free Get Ready for Change 30-day challenge to help you step into and embrace your power. And today we are on day 21 of the free Get Ready for Change 30-day challenge. Day 21. I know it's crazy, right? Okay. So day 21's prompt for me is definitely quintessential to this whole journey. It really helps you embrace and start to understand what change really does for you. No matter if you originally think it's bad or good, it really is the thing that actually gets us going and that actually moves us forward. It's change, it's transformation, it's things that are different. Otherwise, we end up in cycles and we never stay the same. So, and definitely going to go ahead and jump into that very soon. But first, I just want to talk about another one of the reasons I started to put out not just this challenge, but free resources as well as resources for purchase. I originally was going into school for teaching and I actually love teaching. I highly appreciate valuable and irreplaceable teachers. There are teachers who nurture, who protect, who actually spread knowledge, and they actually genuinely give students the tools and resources and skills that they need to go to the next level. And those were the teachers that I really admired growing up. I took notes from them. I ended up becoming a music teacher for a bit. I taught at our local art center music. I taught them more choir things because I was a vocalist and still am a singer myself. But I originally was going into teaching and I saw it as something that definitely was natural to me, but I felt like definitely I can always learn more, I can always do better, and I wanted to be able to share these resources in a way that wasn't just giving them out as random handouts and then you go do them like homework and you have no idea what you're doing. I personally was not a believer in homework. I don't see the benefits to students who are struggling, to students who are not struggling, other than if you're offering it for extra credit for them to be able to boost their grade. And if that is the case, then there's something wrong with the grading system. Uh, so to me, I just didn't feel like homework and worksheets were things that would actually help people until I started to realize, you know what, I was in college, and at this time, I hadn't been diagnosed with ADHD, but I knew that, bro, I need a little something extra in order to get my life in order. At the time, I had different planners and things, but they weren't really all encompassing. I had a journal that I wrote things down in daily, and I checked, and I actually made sure that it was pretty much like this, a basic lined journal that I would write different notes in throughout the day. I would have my calendar, but it wasn't. Um, helping me push myself towards the things that, come from me only, not suggestions from the outside world. And I was like, okay, let me not only create a planner for myself that's actually the journal and planner combined because I carry a lot of things with me, not just in my brain. I know we all carry our skills, our knowledge, our resources just as is, but I carry a lot of notebooks because I like to write a lot. I prefer to physically write, and I have different notebooks for different things, so I stay organized. So that means that I end up with a lot of books. And I was like, bruh, I need a book or something that is actually going to be all encompassing. I need something that's actually just one physical book. I don't have to carry around five different books to actually have these things with me at all times. And what ended up happening was I created this quarterly My Life Planner and journal. And this is it here. We're going to be going over a weekly reset that I basically do that comes from straight out of this notebook. And I'm going to do it with you guys so that you understand how it actually works. I want you to be able to understand and see the different pages and the different processes that go on before I go ahead and say, hey, purchase this book. So here's how it works. We're going to go through it after we go through our day 21 prompt. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get moving on the challenge. I have something special for you guys today for day 21. I'm going to be reading you my journal entry. Usually, I definitely keep my journal entries to myself unless they feel like something that is it's still, of course, about me. I journaled it. It's still something that's personal. I journaled it with the intention of it staying in my journal. But as I was writing it, and then as I skimmed over it, I haven't even really reread it. I just know what I wrote. As I skimmed over it, I was like, okay, this is actually one that I would love to share with you guys to help you see sort of the outline that these different journal prompts can have. Because I know some people just don't really feel the freedom in free writing. They feel kind of paralyzed by all the options. And this is something that can help you sort of have a structure to your different journal entries so that you know where you're kind of going. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into today's day 21 daily prompt. Okay, here we go. For day 21, of the free 30-day Get Ready for Change challenge, Power Edition. Okay. Day 21. What change in my life have I had negative feelings towards? How can I reframe my view of this situation and come to peace with this change? And if you are coming from Instagram or you were in the future and you've been watching or following along through the automated text just to make sure that you get it every single day, we've been going through an analysis process. Feel free to check that out by watching any of the other videos that are still up. If this is still up, they're all still up because they are all videos that go with this free 30-day challenge. But I am honing in and paring down so that I can switch things over and move things over. I've been rebranding and things. So if these videos are still up, because they will not be up forever, they will be coming down and they will be turned into more shorts. You won't have the full access anymore. I'm going to shift them over to my Pampered and Lux social media channels and website as well. So definitely get all of the information that you need written down from each of these lives before they get taken down. Because this was a 30-day challenge for me specifically. I wanted to make sure I did a 30-day challenge. And this was also me just getting back into the groove of the digital space and the filming. I specifically wanted to do live so that I didn't have to edit. Editing was always something that felt like, oh my God, oh, where did I put the charger? I'll have to get it in a second. It always felt like, oh my God, I just don't I don't really want to have to sit there and do it was something that my ADHD brain was not feeling. Even though I love what happens during editing, I didn't want to be the one that edited. And you know what? I was like, not only will going live give me um more skills to just be able to actually convey exactly what I'm saying quicker and also be more sure about what I'd like to share, but it also eliminates that, so I don't have to worry about editing right now. The only editing I've been doing so far is coming up with the shorts from each 30-day live so that I can repost them on Pampered and Lux very shortly. But other than that, yeah. So while you guys continue to write down the day 21 prompt, I do need to grab this laptop charger just so it doesn't die on us unceremoniously while I am giving our information. So go ahead and finish writing down your prompt. If you feel like, you want to go ahead and start answering a little bit, feel free to do that because once I get back, I'm going to go ahead and share my journal entry, a little bit more thoughts, and then we'll move into the daily mantras of today. So do that. Okay, okay. I am back. I am back. Hopefully you finished writing down your prompt because I did give you some time while I was talking a little bit as well. Also, don't feel be remember to write down how you feel when you're reading these prompts or you're hearing them, as well as how you feel when you're starting to answer, because those answers are definitely going to be helpful along your journey. Ooh, okay, I'm excited. Okay, so for today, what change in my life have I had negative feelings towards? How can I reframe my view of this situation and come to peace with this change? So, I'm going to go ahead and read my journal entry and we're going to go ahead and go. Keep it going. Okay, so here we go. Day 21. I moved back in with my parents on December 15th, 2023. I just knew at the time it was my only option, not my best option. I felt forced into this change, back to no space that's only mine, no peace of mind, no lasting connections, less opportunity, despair. That's what I thought. Then over the weeks, months, I came to realize this is what I had aligned myself with. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, it's why I was so miserable where I was before the change. I was giving all of me to reap what felt like inches of love, just like the home I grew up in. Yes, my parents and family loved me in their own way, yet I felt love in other ways. So the lack of understanding, curiosity, and acceptance was mismatched on both parts. Moving in with my parents after having my own, after needing their help while away as well, it highlighted some things for me. Most importantly, my power. This change has been a journey and a lesson in fortitude, decisiveness, me as my number one priority, how desires can conflict, and so much more. Though at first I hated coming here and hated this place, I grew to understand. I may have even grown a bit curious, but overall I accepted the lessons to journey through. I may not like this place for me, but it's a great place for others. I know I am here now. Ooh, that was weird. I know I am here now. I know what actions I take here lead me to my future years. I am proud of me for seeing, understanding, accepting, and using this knowledge to help me along my journeys. And that's it. That was my answer for this journaling prompt. And it may have sounded short, but that's literally two and almost a that's like 2.25 pages of writing. So don't pressure yourself to feel like you have to like write even a whole page. However short your answers are right now, however long they are right now, that's what it needs to be. That's what it is for you right now. And I think overall, with reframing this change that's occurred, I definitely embracing more of the opportunities that came with it and less of what I originally saw was a lot of restrictions. Um, there were definitely times where I had to understand and learn to maneuver in different ways, but that's going to happen anywhere. It's just the fact that my choices, the my preferred ways of maneuvering around the world were not available to me in that moment. So I had to figure out something else that still worked for me, but allowed me to exist in this environment. And I do know that long term, as in like more than a year, it's still not the place for me. But for me right now, this is where I am, and this is what I have. This is the space I have. This is the resource I have. So what am I going to do with it to go wherever I'm intending to go? That's the point of in learning to embrace the change and reframing the situation. If you feel bad about it, to learn to figure out, okay, what can I use around me and how can I move in what I am currently in to go where I'm actually trying, or not even trying, but to go where I see myself going. So that was my entry for today. Definitely feel free to take more time with yours. Pause the video if you'd like before I move into the daily gratitudes. And yes, that's that's that. So, for today's daily gratitude and affirmation and the daily appreciation, I usually write them on the screen with y'all, but I'm just going to say them today. I really want to have the face to face full. So, today, also because I'm writing in my journal today. Today's prompt was really essential to me in my journey currently. So I wanted to make sure I also follow it along with today's prompt as well. I might even go into a little bit of analysis afterwards, after we do the daily reset, if there's a lot of time. It's dinner time, so I'm actually ready to go. Like the food is here. My dad just brought in some pizza and I cooked some beans. Okay. So I'm ready to eat. Okay. Oh, I usually say what I'm drinking. I usually have a cup of tea. This is actually mango juice. It's just a random juice from the store that was on sale. It's a mango juice. It's not pure juice, not my favorite type of juice. My favorite type of juice is 100% of the pressed juice. But it's a juice. It does what it does. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get moving so I can get to eating. Okay? So for today's daily gratitude, um, I definitely already said kind of a daily affirmation at the end of my journal entry, which was I am proud of me for seeing, understanding, accepting, and using this knowledge to help me along my journeys. And the knowledge is that whatever actions I take here lead me to my future years. So, just to give me a clearer sentence that I can use, I am proud. Oop, I am. Oop, I am proud of me for actually, okay, here's what I see in my journal entry. I see that I've written down basically an affirmation, an appreciation, and I'm looking for the gratitude that I basically wrote down. I see it. There it is. Okay. So if you look through your journal entry once you finish, you'll be able to see sort of where you were appreciating yourself, affirming yourself, and being grateful for something. And especially if you've been doing at least those daily mantras every day, once you start doing your journaling, they'll kind of come out naturally anytime you start to journal or write. Um, so the gratitude I listed, I said, I may not like this place for me, but it's great for others. I know I am here now. So I basically said, I am grateful to recognize what spaces fulfill me, period. That's it. I am grateful to recognize what spaces fulfill me. And then daily affirmation, I take actions in and use my environment environment to lead me to my future years. I'll reread all of them once I finish writing, just to make sure it was clear. And then my daily appreciation, I am proud of me for embracing and utilizing the knowledge, resources, and skills learned along my journeys. Okay. So my daily gratitude and my daily affirmation and my daily appreciation, I gleaned from the information that I put basically in the last three mini sentences that I even used inside this journal and or inside this specific journaling for day 21. And my daily gratitude for day 21 is I am grateful to recognize what spaces fulfill me. That's it. I am grateful to recognize what spaces fulfill me. I am grateful to recognize what spaces fulfill me. Yeah. And then daily of affirmation for today, day 21. I take action in and use my environment to lead me to my future years. I take action in and use my environment to lead me to my future years. I take action in and use my environment to lead me to my future years. Then finally, my daily appreciation for day 21 of the 30-day free Get Ready for Change challenge is I am proud of me for embracing and utilizing the knowledge, resources, and skills learned along my journeys. I am proud of me for embracing and utilizing the knowledge, skills, and resources learned along my journeys. I am grateful. I am proud of me for embracing and utilizing the knowledge, resources, and skills learned along my journeys. Period. That's it. So, yes, I'm glad we got through that because now very quickly, honestly, I'm not going to do even more than really just the first page with you guys because I just want to give the feeling and the air of what it is, but we'll go ahead and go into the daily reset and I'll show you guys. You can click the link down below in the description box. It will take you to the Pampered and Luxed website. If you want to get the free daily reset worksheet, it will take you to the content page. Down on the content page under free resources, you will see the daily reset worksheet. Yes. And what I'm currently using and both the daily reset worksheet derived from this quarterly My Life Planner and Journal, which is still being input into the website right now to so that you guys can purchase it, take a look at it. But it is here still, like the cover page of it, just to give you guys something to look at since I've been talking about it. Yes, it is here directly next to the Get Ready for Change challenge workbook. And you can definitely check it out if you like. There's also the 90-day coloring book as well. And they're all part of the Get Ready for Change challenge or the Get Ready for Change sort of journey specifically. So definitely check those out and download the daily reset worksheet. And we can definitely go over it over the next few days as I continue to do this weekly reset with you guys. So the weekly reset here, I actually just, if I'm doing the digital version, I edit it here. It takes me to a whole other uh, website that is free that I basically just set up an account with through my Google Docs account, basically, or through my Google account. I can edit it on this platform and it automatically changes the direct PDF that is in Google Drive. So if you want to have it digitally or you want to edit your daily reset worksheet digitally, you can do it here. But the only reason I can do my daily reset worksheet is for me, I do a weekly reset. The only reason I can do my weekly reset is because I do a monthly. The only reason I can do my monthly is because I do the quarterly. And honestly, with the quarterly, you can start with just that, but I think it makes things more clear and congrusive if you start with the year. I start with a yearly reset, then I do my quarterly reset, then I have my monthly resets for however many months are in that quarter, 3. And then I go about the weeks inside of each individual month. So today is the 4th week of September, the final week of September, and the last week of this quarter if you start your quarters on the year dates and whatnot. And today we are indeed, I start off the journal with just a daily or a weekly beginning statement. And in this statement, I'll show you guys exactly kind of what I do. But I'll fill in the year, month, and whatnot as well. But since I've already typed this box, we're going to start with the daily or the weekly beginning statement. And the weekly beginning statement is just something to help you move into the energy of whatever you're looking for this week. It's also something to give key put your key points for the week in, and also kind of give guidelines for the types of actions you want to take. So to be clear, I'll just go ahead and write mine for the week. So um this, and I also use it in the present tense. I write in the present tense when I'm writing on these, uh, as in doing, it's active, it's ing. There's a lot of ing verbing. There's a lot of, yes, just present tense, just to make sure the energy is really going. It's not, oh, I'm looking forward to, because then I'm always going to be looking forward to it. It's very present. This week I am this week I am diving. I did like a little because it's giving me that. I think that's what this week is for me. This week I'm diving into all things that drive me inside and forward. I am excited to be in a space that allows for so much experimentation, grace, and decisive, decisiveness. And then I'll also adjust the lining and the size of the text after I get done writing everything. Otherwise, it's going to keep shifting and everything will kind of be offline. But I will fix kind of where the lines and the words are sitting in just a moment. This week, I see, this week, I am intentional about my time. I give and reinvest into myself and my endeavors. And I am excited to ask for help and share what I am doing with those who support me. I am hmm, excited by the journey I have crafted for myself and nope, just period. I'm excited for the journey I've crafted for myself. Um, I wonder and get curious. The type or the version of life that makes me happiest and most content. I feel comfort and coziness in any moment, especially the challenges. So I am prepared for what is ahead of me. Period. I like that. Okay. Do I want to add anything else to this? Yes, something else. What else? Mm, I love how creative I have been able to be. So that's where I start. I may also use some past tense as well, not just present, because it really drives home the fact that I'm doing it, especially if I am already doing it, which it is. So I love how creative I have been able to be and what my creativity does for me. I am and feel successful in my life endeavors and the beginnings of a long and flourishing long and flourishing brand and career. Okay. Oop, beginnings. Oh my gosh. What is with the words right now? Beginnings. There we go. Successful. All right. So now I'm going to move the words so that they actually, okay, I might have to change the sizing to them just a little. 19, we'll do 22 equals. Oh, no, why did it not change? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, 22 equals. Oh, not 22, 21. Maybe just 20. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. And then let me just make sure I put in the year and the dates and stuff so I can go back to it at any time in the future, no matter where I am. And it is September. Do you remember the 21st night of September? That was last night, babe. Of September. Uh, 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 uh. Say, do you remember? Oh, I put that in the wrong place. Dancing in September. Oh, yeah. That's way too small. You remember? Oh, it kept it. Okay. So this is actually for 23 through 30. I prefer to do it way before so that I actually have time to get into it and whatnot, but I've done it for today. And then the daily or the weekly brain dump that I do is literally just what are some things that I've been thinking about in my brain that just kind of I want to make sure I research or touch on for the week. And there's this online uh business programs that I want to look into. There's two different ones, school and beta blocks. I want to make sure I actually get into those, like research more, decide whether or not I want to do either one, go from there. What else for the week? Oh, definitely artist check-ins for art project. I know every time I mention art project, if you've been here before doing a bit of the daily or weekly resets, I don't really give too much. And I do that on purpose. Like for right now, art project. Um, and then I'll give more when things are ready to be told. So, um, what else? What else? Oh, I need to keep figuring out this meal prep system since I'm still back at my parents' meal prep system in someone else's, oops, space. What else? What else? Honestly, that's it for my brain dump for right now. I also leave it open and ready for me to put other things in for the week throughout the week. So there's that. For week purpose and mindfulness, I'll go ahead and do these with you all today as well. Okay, let's definitely make this a bit smaller. Okay. Yes, much better. I say you remember. Oh, dancing in September. Oh, mm, I'm dying, that's stuck in my head because I keep typing September. Mm, okay. Yeah, I think for the week, mindfulness wise, I definitely want to focus on. I've been working on a lot on my breathing, like my intentional breath work. So, intentional breath work, and I want to highlight it for um how I can use it to how I can use to move through interruptions, distractions, and the energies of others. Period. Okay. Let's see. Something else for the week that I'd like to focus on mindfulness and purpose wise. Oh, I need some more nature time. I haven't taken a lot of nature time recently. Nature time. And that just means I can fill that out throughout the week with what more specifically I mean. I don't have a third box right now, but my whole weekly reset for me, I'm not gonna make sure I finish it until tomorrow. That's also why I was like, we're doing these days together right now. And then tomorrow I will do some weekly goals with y'all, and I'll fill out at least two of these boxes for a weekly checklist with you, but the rest of them are definitely more private. I want to keep that to myself. So I'll be doing that on my own time and most likely in the physical version. And then this gets filled out basically today and tomorrow as well. And then I start on this daily worksheet tomorrow with you guys. I'll be doing it with you starting tomorrow. I'll make sure I do the weekly planner with you tomorrow as well as the daily worksheet. And then we'll go over at least one checklist box And then I'll do a few weekly goals so you can see how it works to go from the goals to the checklist. And yeah, that's it for the weekly reset that I'm doing with you guys. Once you do those days, excuse me, there's an end of the week portion that you go through where each day during the day I fill out this weekly timer. I have three different checkpoints throughout the day: morning, kind of right before I work, lunchtime, and then evening when I wrap up work. So I put in whatever happened throughout the day with the times during those check-in times for myself. There's the daily affirmations and gratitude portion where you write those down. I'm definitely going to make sure that if I do sell the weekly planner version, that it comes with the daily appreciation, since we've been doing that together for the month as well. I hadn't really done daily appreciations until this 30-day challenge, and I didn't start off at the beginning doing them. I think it was around day 10 or so, and I was like, "Oh, I like this. Let's keep going." So, yeah, there's a week balance sheet where I write down all of the transactions that happened and I balance my books. There's a week end statement where you wrap up the week. And I actually, in this week end statement, I use more concrete terms. I'm not just focused on energy. I really wrap up and actually kind of review what happened over the week, the actions I took. There's a worksheet that I thought I had in here that isn't in here anymore, and it's called a productivity efficacy assessment. I made this worksheet myself. I don't believe I derived it from anywhere specifically or anything. And it basically is a chart that helps you analyze how are you spending your time, like in what ways are you spending it most effectively, in what ways can you spend it even more effectively, what ways where is your time spent and you could actually delegate or outsource this task, so on. So yes, that is what the daily or the weekly, I keep saying daily, that's what the weekly reset sort of encompasses, and we'll continue to do that for the next few days together. If you have any questions about that, or you're like, I think I want that. Like, when is that going to be available? Definitely leave that in the comments. I'll make sure I comment and let you guys know as well as when it's available. Um, for now, it's just the daily reset that's free in the description box below. You can download that, click it. This is just a process I use to help me get to daily tasks in the first place. I know that some people are, it's a bit easier for them. They already have things that are mapped out for them for the month. So they know what things need to get done for the month. They just don't have their daily things. And this daily worksheet can definitely help you with that. Uh, I don't believe I wanted to go over anything else. No, I don't really have a. mm, Okay. I think the only thing I have that is more of a heart message, because I do try to, if I have like a message that's on my heart, I'm gonna give it. Okay. I think the only thing is speak your truth. And when you're journaling, this is all about you and your truth, what you feel, what you believe, what you experienced, your perceptions, because that's what it takes to get down to who you are versus who the world tries to tell you you are. Okay. And it's really important to get down to the truth of how you've experienced things, not just what people tell you happened or even the objective reality. It's important to be able to understand that there's different perceptions of things and then you know what reality is, but to only be living in reality and to not acknowledge the feelings and things that come up, acknowledge the perceptions, the misunderstandings that may occur, that can put you back. So that's the only thing I have on my heart for today. Yep. And that's it. Thank you for joining. I hope you gained something from this reset. I would say for today's prompt, if you're going to do any analysis, to definitely go ahead and do version 4. I think version 4 would be fun, where you prompt more answers out of yourself by asking questions related to the original prompt. Or uh versions 3. So basically 1, 2, and 3. I think those would be fun and interesting to look at and to just see. Definitely understanding yourself a bit more. So yes, thank you. Thank you for joining. Once again, I am Zaria Rayleigh Jack Rain. This was day 21 of the Get Ready for Change